Hello and good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here with us this evening. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the latest in a series of Ideas Network 2030 virtual conversations looking at major democratic events worldwide, with the year 2024 standing out as an exceptional year in the history of democracies, with over 50 elections in countries worldwide. We already heard this year in another Ideas Network virtual conversation from Klaus Welle, the former Secretary General of the European Parliament, who provided an in-depth analysis of the European elections, which were held in June. And then, of course, here in the UK, we similarly had an election in July, which produced the largest majority in Parliament since the year 1832, so certainly a record-breaking election. And now we turn our eyes to the biggest democratic event, undoubtedly, of the year, which of course is the presidential election in the United States. Now, if the polls are to be believed and are correct, and I'm sure we'll be hearing plenty more about that this evening, then the election is very much on a knife edge, with probably fewer than perhaps even 100,000 votes being the crucial deciding number across a number of important swing states, which again, I'm sure we'll hear plenty about later. Now, it's been a pretty eventful campaign so far. We had the first presidential debate in June, which resulted in the incumbent, President Biden, standing down as the candidate of the Democratic Party, being replaced by the Vice President Kamala Harris, who, initially having been slightly unfavored by many commentators and others, appeared to receive a small polling bounce in her favor following her nomination as the candidate. Now, to make sense of it all, we are very lucky to have here with us this evening Bruce Stokes, a good friend of the Ideas Network and a very distinguished analyst, who'll provide us with a detailed examination of the main themes and issues and dynamics in the election as it stands. Now, Bruce is an expert in global economic attitudes and transatlantic relations. He is currently a visiting senior fellow at the German Marshall Fund of the United States and has held key positions at prestigious institutions such as the Council on Foreign Relations and Pew Research Center. Now, Bruce will be looking and explaining at the critical factors that are likely to determine the outcome and offering us, I'm sure, a comprehensive understanding of the forces at play. Now, Bruce, before I hand over to you, let me just say to our audience joining us online that this is very much an event where we welcome questions from the audience. And if you are watching online, you will see at the bottom of your screen a box that enables you to ask questions of our speaker with us this evening. Please just enter your name and your question, and don't hesitate to do so as we move through the presentation. I will, of course, turn to those questions and put them to you, Bruce, once you have finished your presentation. So without further ado, Bruce, please let me hand over to you.